So God of War 4, right? But the God of War last 2018 is now coming to PC. How about that? What's up, YouTube? This is your boy G back on another video. This is your latest tech news, all right? So I'm gonna cover latest tech and gaming news. So that's essentially GT news, right? But today we got three stories that I'm really interested about, all right? First is God of War is coming to PC. Like, okay, I'm actually happy, right? Because I'm a PC gamer as well, and I got a lot of friends that are using PC, so I'm really excited about this. But I'm reading the Twitter though and the Facebook feed, and a lot are not happy. A lot of PlayStation fans are not happy about this. So let's go ahead and read the article from Santa Monica posted in GameSpot.com. All right, they said 2018 God of War is headed to PC in January. The game will release on January 14 through Steam, Sony announced. They just announced it. Our primary goal when bringing God of War PC was to highlight the exceptional content that team created and leverage the powerful hardware that the platform offers to create a uniquely breathtaking and high-performance version of the game. All right, talking about high performance, I'm pretty pumped about that. Sony Santa Monica Grace Orledi said, "You'll be able to enjoy the full potential of our cinematic, no-cut camera as it follows Kratos and Atreus across the realm with the option of true 4K resolution on supported devices and unlocked frame rate." I believe God of War already has 60, FPS, but I believe around 1444 only, 1440 or even 1080p. So I'm really excited to see if it can actually handle like straight 4K native or even DLSS and then like 120 FPS, right? I'm pretty excited about that, but we'll see. But what are your thoughts about God of War? Let me know down in the comments below if you're up to this. Do you think it's a good move, or at least for the fans, right? Do you think this is favorable, right, or beneficial, I guess, for the fans and alike? Because I know their strategy, right? I know what Sony's doing here. God of War 2018 essentially is kind of like a very old game now. It's 2021. There's a lot of new games, right? A lot of awesome games out there. And it's actually free, PlayStation Plus, it's free already. Really cheap now, right? A lot of sales, a lot of free. Imagine an old game that is kind of like being forgotten already, right? Because of the latest new games out there. But then they release it on PC. It's kind of like a remaster or a re-release of games. More developers are kind of like doing right now, recycling stuff, right? They will now benefit and get a lot of revenue, right, in PC market, because a lot of people will buy this in full price, even probably half the price of the original release. But again, this is just a free game in PlayStation right now, so a lot of other people will now enjoy it, and Sony will be like a win-win to Sony, right? The only thing that I'm seeing here is, of course, people, followers of Sony, especially the console warriors out there, right? So they might feel betrayed because Horizon Zero Dawn, Days Gone, and now God of War. They might think that I'm just gonna go to PC and play exclusive there. So I'm not gonna purchase PS6 anymore or PS5 Pro because it's all coming to PC anyway. So I'm just gonna build a really good PC, right? So I don't know, I'm good. I'm happy for it because again, my friends will be able to play it, will be able to experience it. So I'm all for it. Let me know down in the comments below what are your thoughts about this. God of War 2018 coming to PC this January 14, 2022. Next up to our tech news out there and gaming news, right? Cyberpunk 2077 and The Witcher Wild Hunt next gen update, or I guess it's current gen now, PlayStation 5, but the next gen update that are supposed to be released 2021 as their first initial advice, they now delayed it to 2022. I believe it's a good move, right? Because the developers of Cyberpunk 2077 probably really got some ass spanking last time that they messed up the Cyberpunk. So I don't want that to happen to The Witcher or to the PS5 version. So I guess it's a good move. CD Projekt Red, CD Projekt Red, right? The developers for Cyberpunk 2077. Take all the time that you need, guys, right? Don't rush a game, because you release it like just once, and first impression lasts, right? If like what happened to Cyberpunk 2077 will also happen in the Witcher PS5 version, then you're gonna kill my favorite game. This is my favorite game, Witcher 3. So take the time, take all the time that you need, and release it in like 100% perfect condition. No bugs, no cyber bugs anymore. All right. So let me read their official statement here. They said, "Dear all, we have an important update regarding next generation update of Cyberpunk 2077 and The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt for consoles and PC." They're talking about 3090. Based on recommendations supplied by the team supervising the development of both games, we decided to postpone their release until 2022. I hope they don't release this on 2077 though. So 2022 sounds all right. Sounds good already. Our current target for Cyberpunk 2077 is the first quarter, right, around January, February of 2022, and second quarter of 2022 for The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Apologies for the extended wait, but we want to make it right. Again, please do so. Please make it right. I want to see The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt in an awesome 4K, really PS5, no loading, very fast loading version. But let me know down in the comments below, what are your thoughts about it? Are you up to this? Are you cool? Or you think they should just, I don't know, sell their team to Sony, right? And like combine, right, their power to Sony so that they will get more help, so PlayStation Studios, I mean. So I don't know, but let me know down in the comments below if you have any thoughts about it, and we'll move on to our next story. All right, next up, and our final story for today, DBRAND. Man, DBRAND, I don't know how am I feeling or what to feel on DBRAND. I actually like them, right? Probably I used to like them more before than right now. I like them because their product and they're kind of edgy, they're kind of like cool, right? Revitalizing, or it's kind of like a different take for a company, right? They're claiming that they're a bunch of robots, or of course they use robots, some machinery in creating their products, but they're really active in Twitter, and they're just different. They're extremely different, like the other, like versus other companies out there. And recently, if you've been following news, they've been selling dark plates, right? Even like PlayStation 5 release, I believe they already have that dark plates. It looks like PlayStation 5, shell, right? The outer shell, but it's on black and other colors out there. And PlayStation just kind of like threatened to sue them, right? They actually received like a restraining order from local law there, advising that Sony is telling them to stop operating, selling, producing, and everything about dark plates, because they're just like probably violating some laws, right? Because again, it's on Sony. Now, to be honest, Sony is not selling any first party plates, right? Shell. So I actually don't find it wrong, right, that Sony is like suing them, or at least threatening them not to sell, because it's not like they're stopping DBRAND in getting revenues or income so that they can make their own income, because they don't sell the shell, right? They just sell the PS5. So I think they just don't want the look of the PS5 to be messed up. Like it's PlayStation anyway, it's not PC, right? So they want to put the look of the PlayStation out there in the household of the people, right? When a visitor or when your friend arrives, they will see right away that, hey, that's a PlayStation 5, right? Versus if you got like a dark plate from DBRAND, you might not notice it. It's probably stealthy and all, and people will not see that as they intended to. I don't know, but DBRAND, after Sony like asking them to pull their DBRAND, or sorry, their dark plate version, they actually did. They pulled everything on the dark plate. A couple of days after, they released this Darkplates 2.0, and their tagline: "Checkmate, lawyers. checkmate lawyers. It's weird. All right, let me read the actual statement, or at least when you actually visit DBRAND.com and you go to the Darkplates 2.0, you will actually see this, and it looks different, right? Now, if you inspect this, so this is just on the DBRAND website. If you inspect this, it looks entirely different now, right? I kind of hate it because, again, it doesn't look like a PlayStation 5 anymore. They're even like making it like in a big change, right? That you're not gonna really notice that anymore. They kind of removed the pointy edges. What do you call that? The part here, right? They removed the pointy edges there, and it's just now like following the actual body, right? The actual round body of it. All right. They said cutting corners. Our loss is your gain. Now, this statement is kind of like controversial, I think, but let's go ahead and check it out. Imagine this. You're, man, I'm not even going to attempt to read that. Is that a 15 billion yen? 15 billion yen enterprise who just spent a small fortune designing their next generation gaming console. A privately held corporation run by robots make it black, dark plates, right? The world rejoices. You're livid. You vent your frustration to a team of lawyers. They get to work. Now, under the threat of litigation, those robots have to redesign their dark plates, while also funding a legal defense. Needless to say, some corners were cut. You're welcome. They talk about these corners, right? But it's kind of like a metaphor as well. Now, by checking it, if you inspect the actual body, they added vents on the right side, and that is actually pretty exciting. Like me, myself, I don't want to buy a D brand before, or at least dark plate, but right now that they added vent, I'm now interested if it's actually going to be cooler, right? Running cooler than before. So I'm really pumped about that. I'm going to wait for some other testing out there and, temperature testing. And I might probably order one myself if that is even cooler. So they said it's improving thermals, like cool runs cooler. All right. So it's going to intake cool air on the side. That's why they cut the corners. They're now driving the air, the cool air from the side, right? Avoiding lawsuit. Thanks, Sony. Do you have any idea how many lawyers we had to go through to find some that were willing to take on Darkplate's case? Well, give you a hint. The answer lies at the bottom of Lake Ontario. Jeez. Turns out our new lawyers can handle either the murder charges of the Darkplate's file, but not both. We may be in the maximum security prison by the end of the year, but at least your PS5 or PlayStation 5 will have an undisputably original design. It's weird, guys. It actually looks good. I mean, I'm going to give him that. And the box is even awesome. But yeah, they even introduced light strip, which I believe are being sold already by other companies out there. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, guys. DBRAND is something else. If you actually follow their Twitter, they're weird, right? They're replying. A lot of haters are now hating on DBRAND, but if you're actually following them, they're really like retaliating or like answering, entertaining tweets out there. So I don't know, just let me know if you have a comment down below. Me, if you're gonna ask me personally, I still like him. I just hope that they respect Sony as well, because Sony is a corporation again, like pretty much like them, right? So I hope they respect Sony, like play fair, right? I guess, if they're following rules, not violating any copyright or any, what I call that, patent or anything, I'm fine for that. Customization is always cool. Giving option to people is always cool, right? It's your PlayStation 5 anyway after you purchase it. So I have the right to like mess it up, customize it the way I look, right? I believe I have that right. Sony should not tell me otherwise, how to keep my PlayStation 5 looks like, right? If it is even broken, it's up to me, right? It's up to me. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below if you have any thoughts about it. Just comment down below. Subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed yet. This is our very first tech and gaming news, but I'm planning to upload regular tech and gaming news. What are the latest in Twitter and YouTube and everything in our gaming and tech community. I'm gonna upload regularly, but that's all for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe. See you in the next one. Peace.